Ultima Underworld is regarded by many as one of those landmark games, an important cornerstone in the history of gaming that pioneered many of the concepts that we take for granted today. Almost every action RPG played today, like The Elder Scrolls and Deus Ex and System Shock, owe a great deal to concepts and designs that began with Ultima Underworld. Things like 3D perspectives, texture mapping, music that changes depending on situational context, and dynamic lighting systems really got their starts here. Oh, there were RPGs that had first-person elements like the Bard's Tale or Wizardry series, but it wasn't quite like this, where it was you swinging the sword with your mouse, interacting with an environment that possessed actual physics. This is dungeon crawling at its purest. It's just you and 8 levels of the Stygian abyss, and these levels are freaking huge. No, really, this is the map for the first floor alone, and until you actually play this and get lost in the labyrinth yourself, you don't even realize the sheer enormity of this game. The map feature is my favorite part of the game. It's precise, and it has the most mind-bogglingly useful ability to let you add your own notes. And if you're smart, you'll be doing this constantly to point out caches of food and weapons, safe places to sleep, where you can level up, and important locations and characters for later. But the real genius part is that this never feels like bad design or busy work. There's just no hand-holding here. This is a simulation of what it'd be like to be sealed in a dungeon like this, and if you're smart, you'd better be taking notes. And if you get lost, well, you've got no one to blame but yourself. This game is about methodical exploration and survival. You're thrown into this pit with nothing, and you have to scrounge everything from food to weapons. Basically, it's a rite of passage, sort of like the Klingon River of Blood. Most old-school gamers don't even consider you a real man until you've beaten this game yourself. You'll probably notice I'm talking more about the gameplay mechanics than the plot itself, and that's because the plot is, how do I say this nicely? Stupid! It takes place just after the events of Ultima 6, when you're called back to Britannia by the ghost of a horrible voice actor.
Treachery and doom! My brother would unleash a great evil. Britannia is in peril!
Basically, he warns you that Britannia's in mortal danger, so you go with him and find yourself witnessing a baron's daughter being kidnapped by a horrible voice actor.
A visitor, and from far away indeed. Were he not dead, I could brother sent thee.
Oh yeah, and this whole scene is narrated by a horrible voice actor.
Below, a creature heads toward the dark woods, a thrashing sack slung over its massive shoulder.
Anyway, you're too late to save the princess, and it's just then the Baron's guards burst into the bedroom and come to the immediate conclusion that you helped with the kidnapping, so you're arrested by a horrible voice actor.
What hast thou done with our lord's daughter Ariel? Dropped her below to an accomplice, I'll wager.
And just like that, you're dragged away in chains to stand immediate trial by the girl's father, Baron Horrible Von Voice Actor.
What news, Corwin?
Oh god.
The foul creature escaped. A score of us gave chase, but it fled into the Stygian abyss with poor Ariel.
Bullshit much? The Stygian abyss is in the middle of the Isle of the Avatar, which is right here. The abyss is impossible to reach on foot, so unless you got into a high-speed jet ski chase with the kidnappers, I don't fucking think so. You tell the dude you're the Avatar, but naturally he doesn't recognize you.
You explain that you are the Avatar, and that you are innocent.
Whether thou speak truth or falsehood, I cannot say.
What, seriously? You don't know who I am? The motherfucker saved the world no less than 6 times already.
Stories tell of the coming of the Avatar, but years have passed since he visited here.
I am literally the Christ figure of your fucking religion. There are museums dedicated to my great feat stretching back through hundreds of years of your recorded history. I should be the most recognizable bastard on the face of this planet, and this cock hydrant doesn't know who I am? None of you guys know who I am. Read a book, people! I know humility is one of the 8 virtues, but I'm the goddamn Avatar! Hello? Actually, now that I think about it, it probably doesn't help that I was summoned to Britannia through one of my dreams, which means I appeared in the princess's chamber wearing my pajamas and sporting a foot-long morning boner. Hey guys, I need help! Some weirdo just broke in the princess's room and kidnapped... What? What?
My mind is set. Corwin shall take thee to the abyss. Return here with my daughter, and thy innocence shall be proven. If thou dost not return, Avatar, then thy lies shall have brought thee low.
asshole, when I was in there last time, I had 7 other people with me, and we were all decked out to the balls in magic gear. This motherfucker chucks my ass in there with a leather thong and locks the door behind me. Whether I'm the Avatar or not, wouldn't he want to at least help my chances in finding his daughter? Wouldn't he want to give me the best equipment he has? You'd think this guy would be like, whether you're the Avatar or not, you're my only hope. Here, take the key to the armory, take anything you need, just please save my daughter. But no, instead this guy's like, oh, you're the Avatar, huh? Well, fuck you! Guards, take him away and take his shoes too. Good luck in there, shithead. Now, I'm being a little unfair here, and that's not to say the plot is on par with Super Mario Bros. There's actually a lot of complexity that involves the internal politics of all the factions and races you find in the Abyss. There's dwarves, goblins, mages, an order of knights who all have their own importance. It's just the setup is weak. It's the side plots that really are quite good, but the main quest just doesn't make that much sense to me. You'll have to bear with me here because this is a little hard to explain. The ghost is a dude named Garamon. He's a wizard. He and his brother Tibble decided that since every major city in Britannia is devoted to one of the 8 virtues, that they'd create a utopia devoted to all of them. So, you know, hippies. And so logically they chose to create this utopia in the Stygian Abyss. So, you know, idiots. I mean, I kinda get where they're coming from. They want to build their utopia on the holiest place imaginable, the resting place of the Codex, but it's the Abyss! There's fucking beholders down here! It's universally accepted to be one of the suckiest, most unholy places on the planet. Or you know what? Fuck it. Let's simplify this. Let's just start by not building our utopia in an active volcano. I don't think any place with expansive flows of molten magma exactly matches anyone's idea of paradise. Never mind that the Isle of the Avatar doesn't look like this in any of the other games. Anyway, the wizards started tampering in God's domain and experimenting with interdimensional magic and end up accidentally summoning one of the most powerful demons imaginable, the Slasher of Veils. But instead of challenging him to a rock-off, they find he's way too powerful to just send him back, so they manage to bind him temporarily in the most sanctified chamber of the Abyss, the Chamber of the Codex. But I don't get this. How did they get in there? You need the 3-part key of infinity to open the door, or at least I think you do. I had to bust my ass to get in there when I played it. And this is where my memory gets a little fuzzy on the plot. I think what happens is the Slasher of Veils corrupts Tibble and causes him to murder Garamon because he's a demon. He then starts looking for a way to free the Slasher by sacrificing a virgin because Garamon in your dream warns you that he's about to unleash a great evil on the world. But when you kill Tibble, he says he was just trying to bind the demon into the body of the girl to save Britannia, which I don't... How does that... Is he saving Britannia or not? Because if he is, why does Garamon send you to stop him? And if I didn't even get involved, chances are Tibble would have succeeded and saved the world, and only one person would have died, right? Okay, so at the end you throw some really powerful magic shit in the lava around the Slasher, which unleashes a vortex and banishes the Slasher into... I don't even know where this is. What the fuck is this place? Did I just get sucked into Salvador Dali's head? What the fuck is that? Oh god, it's a demonic Dairy Queen mouth mascot. Am I still doing a review, or did I get back on the magic mushrooms? Is this Action 52?